very fruitful journey here and the marking of a new phase of Jamaica-China relationship.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness as he capped off his first official working visit to the People's Republic of China. The November 1 to 9 assignment saw the Prime Minister engaging in bilateral talks with Chinese dignitaries, including President Xi Jinping. Investment opportunities in Jamaica were also shared with the country's diaspora during the visit. Catch highlights of Mr. Holness's visit in this week's Jamaica House Weekly. Prime Minister Andrew Holness arrived in Shanghai, China on Sunday to a warm welcome. His first point of contact was with the Jamaican diaspora in the Asian country.
Our presence here today is not about getting more debt. Right? That we cannot go back to that strategy. Our presence here today is about attracting investments into Jamaica and opening up markets for Jamaican goods into China.
Mr. Holness used the meeting to share investment opportunities on the island. On Monday, the Prime Minister toured the Yangshan port, the largest container port in the world. The Yangshan port Phase 4 is also 100% automated. Mr. Holness said the tour facilitated the acquisition of best practices that can be implemented as the island builds out its port and logistics operations. Monday also saw the Prime Minister meeting with Shanghai's Mayor Ying Yang. The two discussed ways to strengthen the Jamaica-China relationship, including through people-to-people exchange. Prime Minister Holness held bilateral talks with President of China Xi Jinping on Monday. Those talks included a review of Jamaica's current cooperation framework with China. They also explored additional areas of cooperation agreed upon under a new strategic framework. Among the areas are trade in goods and services, investments, education, health, sport, culture, and increasing the use of technology to build climate change resilience.
Jamaica is open for your business. My government's vision is to establish Jamaica as the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and most important, to do business.
Prime Minister Holness as he called for more Chinese investments on the island. He said several sectors including infrastructure, logistics, transport, mining and financial services were ripe for investments. As he addressed Tuesday's opening session of the second China International Exposition, Mr. Holness revealed that Jamaica benefits from 16 registered Chinese companies. These companies, he says, have invested $3 billion into the Jamaican economy. Mr. Holness also called for greater partnerships with China in technology and innovation to increase the island's resilience and sustainability challenges.
And we are excited to explore with your country the possibilities of pairing Jamaican minds and aspirations with Chinese experience and know-how in areas such as renewable energy, water security, agriculture, healthcare, and STEM education.
The Prime Minister also gave President Xi a personal tour of Jamaica's pavilion at the China Import Expo. While in Shanghai, the Prime Minister toured the city's museum. Mr. Holness also toured the International Table Tennis Federation Museum and got a chance to play one of his favorite sports. On Wednesday, Prime Minister Holness hopped over to Shenzhen, Hong Kong's link to mainland China. Mr. Holness used the opportunity to meet with the modern metropolis's municipal leaders and toured the city's museum. Thursday saw the Prime Minister also touring the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge, the world's longest sea crossing. He also visited the Hengqin New Area, China's newest special economic district. In Beijing Friday, Mr. Holness participated in a floral tribute at the Monument of the People's Heroes in Tiananmen Square. Jamaica and China also signed a new cooperation agreement during Prime Minister Andrew Holness's bilateral meeting with Premier Li Keqiang. Mr. Holness also used Friday to tour Beijing's Palace Museum. And on Saturday, he climbed the Great Wall of China. He also toured and met with a delegation at China Communications Construction Company, the parent company of Czech.
This was a very successful visit. It has placed Jamaica once again on the international stage. We were well covered locally in the Chinese press. The arrangements for us here were excellent. The reception, the hospitality,
was spectacular. And I believe that this visit would be very beneficial to the Jamaican people.
While he was on official duty, Prime Minister Holness issued condolences to the families of several Jamaican stalwarts who transitioned this past week. On Tuesday, he remembered veteran filmmaker Franklin Chappie St. Just as the consummate professional who had a passion for his craft. Former Jamaican Olympian Michael Frey was remembered Wednesday for representing the country with distinction at the 1968 and 1972 Olympic Games. And former Industry and Commerce Minister Douglas Vaz was also remembered. The Prime Minister said Vaz served the island and the Jamaica Labour Party well. And that's it for Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us again next time for more of the news stories coming out of the office of the Prime Minister.